Hello. So first of all, I want to apologize because episode 15 has been lost because of my partner. Okay, wait a minute. Uh, so what I was saying, so what I was, okay, so what I was saying is that it has been lost. So we will do a jump from episode 14 to episode 16, and that's it. So let's see. So in the last episode 15, we were trying to build, platform AMD 64 ISO and AMD 64 USB. Let me see. I can have some music, the background. Okay, here it is. So we were trying to build all of these platforms. So AMD 64 in ISO format, AMD 64 USB, and then i386 ISO, i386 USB. Uh, so we do not have so annex make clean should work inside Docker, because otherwise we don't have permissions to run make clean. So last day I tried to run make clean, but it didn't work because I wasn't root, so you had to run make clean with root, and we don't want to do that. We want Docker thing to do it. So that's what we will have to do later on. So today the idea is to make sure that AMD 64 USB and i386 USB builds work as expected. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So let me show you where were we last day. So we have this AMD 64 ISO, which has worked properly. I'm going to check the ISO just in case. This is the AMD 64 USB, where you can see that there's an error because we need to install fdisk. i386 ISO also has been built properly, apparently. And finally, the USB one, you can use, it says that you need to use fdisk. So let's first of all, before improving anything, before improving the fdisk stuff, let's take a look at the result. You know what I mean? So we should have, I'm not sure where, but we should have AMD 64 ISO. We should have like an image here. Look at that, live image, whatever. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we should probably test this with UFI and BIOS and so on. But for now, let's do the easy thing here. But the CD-ROM live image.iso, and let's see what happens. So as you can see here, we have this image. So it's bookworm. That's what we wanted to have in here. We will see if it puts into the desktop or what the hell do we have here. I don't know if we have chosen any desktop, if this is going to run GNOME or so on. You can also see that this is 634 megabytes. Look at that, we don't have any desktop. Maybe it's okay. Maybe that's what we actually want to have. A minimal system that works. Wait a minute. Why? So apparently the mouse is being detected somehow. So I don't know. SBFE8. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's close this virtual machine because why not? And let's switch to the other ISO image. Why can I? Okay, here we are. Let's switch to the i386 ISO, which should have exactly the same thing, but now the image is different. So this is i386 ISO, and yeah, look at that. Now, wait a second. What the hell do I have as music in here? I want to listen to Jim TV. Okay, let me see. Okay, so again, we have managed to build into an ISO. We don't have any, any graphical user interface or whatever, but we don't care. Yeah. So what are we going to do? So what has happened in here is that we also have an AMD 64 USB, which we haven't been able to build because something was missing there. Okay, so that's what we are going to do right now. We are going to fix it. We are going to add, look at that, we're going to add the F disk in the Docker file thing that we are using. So let's take a look and see where the hell is that. So we should have somewhere whatever we use in order to build so it's these two files here. So we have dockerfile.amd64 and dockerfile.i386. I think these are the two files that we are actually using in order to build, you know, to build the stuff. So we have this and that. So this is the system that it's being used as a base in order to, or maybe it's not. Wait a second. Debian bookmark. Yeah. So I think this builder Docker file thing, it's whatever it's being used in order to build all of this. So it should be one of these. So run live build.sh. It should be using this Docker thing, which it's using a specific image, which is Rescatux builder. Okay, so Rescatux builder. It's being created from makefile. Don't remember. Rescatux builder. Yeah, so we create Rescatux builder AMD64 from this Docker file, and the same thing happens here. So apparently we are using this same Docker image in order to build ISO and in order to build USB. So either we have more of these builders so that the ISO build and the USB one are different, or we just go with these two Docker files and we fix them so that, you know, they just have the fdisk image package thing. So dockerfile.amd64 and dockerfile i386, so fdisk. So that's what we are going to have in here. So let's save this thing. Feedback is welcome. So AMD64 ISO, AMD64 USB. This is nice. Maybe I want to take a look and see the Docker file Rescatux. Yeah, so maybe this one is the same thing, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to make sure to include fdisk in build system. So now we want to build everything. We want to do this and that. So I'm going to show how I'm supposed to be doing that. So as you might know, we were running this make prepare make build, but if I'm not mistaken, I should take a look and see who the hell is creating the builder thing. So here you have the make builder AMD64 and make builder i386 thing. So in theory, this should this depends on some files here and there. So this should be depending on dockerfile.amd64 and so on. In the so builder. So you want to release, you depend on builder and in build all, and apparently this builder that depends builder AMD64. Yeah, there's also the bootstrap thing that we sometimes need. So let's do this thing here, but we want to write down that we actually want something else, which is we actually want builder AMD depends. So builder AMD64 should depend on this file here, which is builder this thing here, because if something being changed so that it gets rebuilt automatically. The same thing should happen with builder i386, if you ask me. So this should depend on this file. So if I modify this file, this should rerun so that everything builds properly. You know what I mean? So in order to do so, I'm going to run make builder AMD64. Is it like that? No, it's dash make builder 64. So this will be doing some, it will reuse some stuff, but maybe it it will, you know, not reuse some other stuff, and we will have more. We will be able to test all of this. So in parallel, I could even run the, you know, the i386 thing. So maybe here, make, what was the name? Builder i386. So that we can build the both at the same time, and once we have that, as we modify builder docker file AMD64 and builder docker file we ran make something builder dash and make builder i386. Look at that. We can rerun stuff from this one here, I think. Run live build, yeah, that's it. Where are you? Where are the nodes? Okay, so first of all, we are running the make builder stuff. So maybe I could just add one additional command that just you know, that just try to add another package so that this wasn't so big, so that we don't have to run everything again. So yeah, it's pity. So yeah, while we wait for this, we can maybe generate the thumbnail for the next episode, which is going to be, so let's fix this typo, generate an engaging. This is going to be 17. Be imaginative. Let your imagination be wild. Let's see what the hell. Okay, there was some thunder outside. Don't mind about that. So we are building this and that. Okay. Oh my god. What the hell is this? I like this thumbnail. Let's download it. Episode 17. Okay. Look at that. We live in the future. Okay, so now we have to wait for this second step to, okay, look at that. Here we have we have almost end ended here. Hopefully it's good enough, and this one also ends. So I'm not sure. I might probably need to do the make clean thing and see how it goes. Send in towable. Okay, so this one should also end soon, I guess. And we will be able to test if with fdisk everything works as expected. So let me wait for this to wait, because I'm not sure what if the make clean is going to mess all of this around. So again, let's wait and see what happens here. Okay, now I'm going to run the make clean so that it allows us to delete everything in here, just in case. And so now we can run those comments that, yeah. Okay, so let's do it like this. Now we can run. So AMD 64 ISO, we know that it works. So now we can prepare this one here, and we can also try to build it. So we try to build it, and hopefully it's going to work as a hard disk image. So this is going to be make prepare i386 USB. I'm not doing this right. It's platform equals, isn't it? Okay, so platform equals, and now it's build. So we're going to build both at the same time. Let's see how it goes. That's what this stream is going to be. And hopefully, if this works as expected, we will do some refactor. And yeah. So both of the builds are working as expected. Maybe we can talk. Wait a second. Maybe we can talk about this makefile thing. Let's see how So this is updated makefile, see code below. And I can do something like this. As we are running this as a regular user, make clean is failing because of a lack of permissions. This should be done from inside Docker, which has with, of course, will have root permissions. On the temporary files that are found in work. Can you help me implement that? Or finding an alternative? I can share with you some of the scripts that you see in the makefile if you need them. So let's ChatGPT to think through this, and at the same time let's take a look and see how this. Look at that. Maybe we need to install setst so that this is better. We will see. So I do not want to use codecs. So look at that. Important detail. You're absolutely right about the root cause. Recommended approach: run clean inside Docker. Make clean build. We have to build the steps, secure this and that. Important detail. This works because inside the container user is root, the bind mount, workspace, this and that. But the version multi-arc aware. If you want to consistent with your platform system, you don't actually need both builders here. File system cleanup is architecture independent. What's the difference here? Wait a second. I want to understand what's the difference between this and that. So we have funny clean, echo, clean build architectures via Docker. Okay, Docker, this and that. We map the workspace. Rescatux builder AMD64. Okay. And we remove this and that. Maybe the only difference. What's the difference here? I don't know. Okay, what about this? Better long term. Fix Omnisher instead. More Unix clean approach to both run on the. No, that's not how live build works. So I'm not going to do that. Because I actually need root permissions many of the cases. Hybrid strategy, fix permissions. No, I don't need that. So yeah, I don't know what's the difference between this and that. I mean, there's the echo cleaning build architects via the Docker. So that's the improvement that we are going to do. But before doing that, oh look at that, we can have the geometry. So this is def loop 9. What about this one? Do we have the same one or different one? Def loop. I mean, we get the def loop thing yet? Maybe not. So the build has been successful, but we don't know if that's good enough. AMD64 USB. Look at that. There's an image here. So this is something like boot from C, and HDA is this one here thing here. Maybe. I think that's how you assume that this is an USB thing. I'm not doing this right, isn't it? Let me take a look at whatever the output it is. Permission denied. Should I run this thing as root? Maybe, because we're supposed to be modifying this thing. Is this going to work? Yes, it is, probably. Let's see. So we should probably say that this is raw, and that's it. So now we should have this, you know, let's power down this thing. Okay, look at that. So apparently this is working as expected. Let me in any case test the you know, the AMD thing to see if we have the right kernel, whatever. My God, this is too small. So this is AMD 64. That's what we want to be having here. So let's take a look at the i386 USB. So this has worked as expected. Nice. So i3 okay, I have this twice. So i386 USB. So we can do i386 EMG, and this should allow us to work on this. Okay, maybe I can zoom in so that this is, you can see this better. So now in A-A we have the 666 kernel and the i386 architecture. So I mean, not the architecture, because I'm not using you know, I'm not using this, right? So this is AMD 64, I guess, somehow. I don't know. Where was the thing? LM. Wasn't there an LM flag somewhere that said that this was 64 bits? I think it's here. This means that this is 64 bits. But in theory, we should be able to run this thing from a i386 virtual machine. I mean, for 86 virtual machine, it should work. 686 virtual machine, it should work. So this is working as expected. So this is very good news. So let's push this thing here, and we might do some rebasement, some rework or rebasement. What's the name? When you rewrite the history, that thing. So here we have this thing here. So this is version 8, and I want to rebase. I want to merge some comments here and there, and yeah. So add a Docker file. LB config switches. Where the hell is this? In here. Run live in containers. Is in here. I have forgotten. Okay, so for now, this is the one that is most in the past. So this is the one. From here, we're going to create a new branch, which is going to be Bookworm 2026 architecture, version 9, and I'm going to cherry pick everything manually into 9. So let's go 9, and then we will rebase everything. We will, squash everything the way we need it. 9, 9, 9, and 9. So now if I let me use this one here. So now if I diff number 8 and number 9, it should say exactly the same thing. And now I can rebase this thing like 15, and we can rework this a bit. So container thing here, container thing here, and that's it. So now we can squash everything now that we know that this is working as expected. And wait, this one here, it's not properly the right place, so we're going to fix that too. Where are you? Added run live build.sh. Here it is, and here it is. That's it. I mean, don't need to do anything. So now if you compare again, V8 and V9, it's the same thing again. But now we have a proper history that explains what we have been doing for this to work. So at this point, okay, so finally everything starts to be building as expected. In the next episode, we will check some annexes, which is what we have here. Maybe builder AMD64 needs to be rebuilt, and maybe make clean should be run from inside Docker, and and well, try to recreate Rescatux more faithfully. And have I written about Annex other old OS? So build for Debian 10, Debian 11, Debian 12, Debian 13, and do not. Maybe I can go to the past to Debian 9, but I don't think so. Why would you do that? So, that's going to be everything for today. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye.